1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you so much for joining us for this special IMMUNS 2021. Welcome to the first ever virtual IMMUNS. We thank Mr. Daniel Marines and the 8th grade band for keeping up with the tradition of opening our event with such a delightful performance. My name is Alonso Bustinli, Secretary General.
And I am Tomas Gonzalez, this year's Sub-Secretary General and Master of Ceremony. To begin with our ceremony, I would like to introduce the members of our Secretariat class along with our advisor, who have worked arduously throughout the past few months to bring this event to fruition.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Say you don't know me, I recognize my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place. Knee deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight. Too many runaways, eating up the night. My pony plays the mama. Listen to the radio. Don't you remember? We built this city
thank the Secretariat, along with our sponsors, Coflex, Facultad Libre de Derecho, and Maxime Emisión, for making this event a reality. We would also like to welcome all of the schools that will be participating this year. American Institute of Monterrey, Campus Valle Oriente. American Institute of Monterrey, Preparatory School. American School Foundation of Guadalajara. American School Foundation of Puebla. American School of Tampico. Anglia Institute. Colegio Americano de Saltillo. Colegio Columbia. Colegio Laura Vicuña. Colegio Nexus. Colegio San Juan de los Esteros. Colegio San Patricio, Cumbres. Euro-American School of Monterrey. Formus. Hillel Academy of Jamaica. John F. Kennedy, the American School of Querétaro. Jones College Prep of Chicago. Latin American School. Liceo de Monterrey. Liceo de Monterrey Girls Campus. Pacific Ridge School of California. Prepa Uni Celaya. Prepatec Santa Catarina. Preparatoria Alfa Fundación. St. Joseph Learning Center. San Roberto International School, Campus San Agustín. San Roberto International School, Valle Alto Campus. And finally, the American School Foundation of Monterrey, hosts of IMMUNS 2021. We thank you all for participating and for your interest in an event of this kind. As an introduction and welcome to IMMUNS, I would like to share a few words on the importance of the event. Dear delegates, advisors, guests, and collaborators, it is with utmost eagerness and gratitude that I stand here to officially welcome you all to IMMUNS 2021. I would like to start off by expressing my journey in standing here today. 6 years ago, I attended my first Model United Nations simulation. Little did I know that that event would be the catalyst for my involvement in MUN and my future role as Secretary General. It was only 3 years ago that I had the opportunity to join the MUN program, and for the first time, officially helped with the organization of IMMUNS. Since that year, I had dreamt of holding this position, and as I stand here today, I have been given a forum where my voice can be heard by the brightest of minds who willingly seek to dissect the impossible and make it possible. Despite the unfortunate circumstances that we find ourselves in, I cannot place more emphasis on the importance of debate. Now, more than ever, the spirit of debate should be held high, for debate is synonymous to knowledge and antonymous to ignorance, the worst plague that can spread throughout the human race. Stated more eloquently by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. I believe that today, I am virtually surrounded by people who refute ignorance and who acknowledge the evils plague this world. People who fight for solutions to those evils and who are willing to make sacrifices in order to achieve their goals. In attending this simulation today, you are taking the first steps toward a more prosperous future. When you join your committees, I believe that you will find hope. Hope for a better future, better healthcare, better education, better equality, and much more. I encourage your involvement in enriching conversations that transcend beyond the classroom. As you go on debating about the discrimination of Uyghurs or the implementation of a futuristic ranking system, I hope that you do not turn a blind eye to these issues and that you understand that change starts with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alonso, for your leadership and your inspiring message. Up next, our esteemed advisor, Ms. Marisa Aguilar, will say a few words.
Hello, everyone. It's always a pleasure to welcome all of you. More now that COVID, Zoom, and safe distance are keeping us physically apart. Thank you all very much for participating in IMMUNS. Thank you to the loyal advisors and delegates who keep coming every year, and welcome to the new ones that hopefully will continue participating in the years to come. We thought that this pandemic was going to last a couple of months. We thought that it would go away any moment. But now, sadly, we know that this situation is not ending soon. We were forced to learn how to study in distance learning, how to do home office, and even how to socialize taking care of those around us. Just like the yin and yang, everything in life has a balance between the positive and the negative. In this case, regardless of the sadness and uncertainty, the pandemic has somehow made us stronger, more resilient, more united, and has allowed us to restructure all areas in our lives. Even if we are using all the modern day digital resources, even if we are not in the school building, remember that the essence of a well prepared delegate, the eagerness to participate, and the positive attitude will always shine and go beyond items. Regardless of Zoom, breakout rooms, and all technological features, I really hope that you make the most out of these 2 days. Enjoy IMMUNS 2021. Stay safe and make it happen.
Thank you, Ms. Aguilar, for your encouraging words and for guiding us in this adventure. Now, please welcome Dr. Michael Adams, ASFM Superintendent.
Okay, I hope everyone can hear me. Can everybody hear me? Can I get a thumbs up from somebody?
You're good, Dr. Adams. Thanks.
Okay, wonderful. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for those of you that have been helping me get into the system here. I'm currently stranded up in Dallas, Texas, and had to come up here to support my parents for a little bit and also to help my father get a vaccine. And I share that personal note with you because all of us, I think, in this moment in time have had to learn how to be resilient, how to problem solve, how to be critical thinkers, and how to help others. And I think that those things are a big, big part of what you have all been studying and thinking about and preparing for this IMMUNS. I also tell you that because I'm not in Monterey and I'm not accessible to my typical internet Wi-Fi connection. So that's why I had a little bit of a difficulty today. But here I am, and here you are. And I'm so, so proud once again to be able to present to you today. As Ms. Aguilar said, normally we're all in the beautiful ASFM auditorium. Normally I would have on a suit and tie, so I would match all of you. And I would be speaking to you as this amazing event was about to begin and take place in our campus and our rooms and involve all sorts of wonderful experiences. But here we are, almost a year after we went to distance learning. And here we are after a year of growth, a year of understanding, and a year of learning what it takes to help each other. In the Sundial magazine that all of you should, I guess, either already have access to or will get access to, I'm not sure at what point, I wrote an article at the beginning about resilience. And I had written about resilience earlier in a Weekly Eagle message at one point. And so I wanted to write about that in the article. So I was going to talk about resilience today again, but I decided not to. I was thinking this morning, you know, the one thing that I think is that I've learned the most, and I think that all of us have to continue to learn to help us personally and to help us as a community. The one word I think is the most important is empathy. And in IMMUNS, you all are responsible for understanding the ins and outs of other countries, other world leaders, other contexts. And I think you have to do that with empathy. The only way we can see a future of peace and a future of collaboration is through empathy. And we know when we speak of empathy, that basically means putting yourself in someone else's shoes, trying to understand their perspective, trying to understand where they're coming from, trying to understand why they believe what they believe. And in life, you're going to quickly see that every day teaches you new things. I will be 57 in my upcoming birthday in June. And in my 57 years of life, I've had the wonderful opportunity to live in both the United States, where I was born originally from, and I grew up in Japan and learned all about the Asian Japanese culture. And luckily my school where I was studying, I was the American School in Japan. I was able to travel all through Asia and learn all about the Asian cultures. From there, I moved back to the United States, again, a bit out of my comfort zone because I was back in the States in an area that I was not very familiar with at that point. But quickly after my studies, moved to Colombia and lived there for 23 years and got to know the wonderful culture of Latin America and Colombia, and took on that culture myself, became a Colombian citizen at one point, and then moved to Mexico and have been here living in Mexico for the last 8 years and have had the opportunity to learn all about the Mexican culture. And I tell you all that because that is how you build empathy. You experience others, you listen, you watch, you study, and you try to make sure that you're always trying to understand the other person and not expecting them to be like yourself. So when I moved to Japan, the mistake would have been to wonder why they were so Japanese, or why the culture was so different, or why they ate things that were different. That's because it was a different country. When I moved to Colombia, the same thing, and when I moved to Mexico, the same thing. So my message to you today is to continue to focus on empathy. Continue to think of others. Continue to be forgiving, caring, and always open to learning more. The more we learn from each other, the better society we will be and become. So I congratulate everyone that is involved in this wonderful opportunity of IMMUNS. I congratulate our leaders, our students, our facilitators, Ms. Aguilar, all of your team. You guys are amazing. Continue the great work. Thank you very much. You're role models to all of us. Continue to be so and stand high, stand tall, and stand proud. Thank you very much and good luck. Enjoy the activity. Albeit online, it's still going to be a wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Adams, for your powerful message. We will now proceed to watch the introductory video for IMMUNS 2021.
Can you move back?
Breaking news. In a major escalation in tensions between the U.S. and Iran, the top Iranian general has been killed in an airstrike.
Good evening, and we are coming back on the air with new details on the tragic death of NBA legend Kobe Bryant, who was among 5 people killed when a helicopter crashed and caught fire in Southern California.
A city of 11 million people with almost no one on the streets. Hospitals in the epicenter of the outbreak are overwhelmed with patients.
Good evening. We start tonight with the unprecedented measures being enforced right across Italy to try to limit the spread of coronavirus.
In the past 2 weeks, the number of cases of COVID-19 outside China has increased 13-fold, and the number of affected countries has tripled. COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
It comes as the Prime Minister and the Health Secretary have both tested positive for the virus.
The Tokyo Games chief says next year's Olympics will be cancelled if the coronavirus pandemic is not brought to a halt.
And a warning, the video you're about to see is confronting.
As George Floyd can be heard begging for his life, with the words now imprinted on American history.
Overnight, Minneapolis on fire. Protesters leaving an auto parts store in flames. Others seen looting a local Target.
Tonight was a different night of protesting.
Running for cover as protesters threw bottles and other objects at them.
As our opening ceremony reaches an end, we would like to share some information and reminders to keep in mind for the duration of the simulation. This year, IMMUNS will be supporting Alianza Anticáncer Infantil and Dividendo de Generosidad through money pool donations. Links will be sent out for any delegates or advisors interested in supporting the cause. In addition, we will also be hosting our annual social media competition. This year's edition will consist of creating the most creative IMMUNS-related TikTok. Whoever makes the best TikTok using the hashtag IMMUNS2021 will win a prize. Also, be sure to follow the IMMUNS Instagram to stay tuned on any and all pending updates and announcements.
Delegates, finally, the time has come to open IMMUNS 2021. Delegates, the floor is open. Are there any motions on the floor? Delegate in the back.
My delegation makes a motion to open IMMUNS 2021.
That would be in order, delegate. All of those in favor? Against? I believe that the motion clearly passes. At 1:12 p.m., I officially declare IMMUNS 2021 open. Delegates, make the most out of your time at IMMUNS. We hope that you learn and have fun throughout these 2 days. Thank you, everyone, and good luck.